Ahoy, mateys! It's Pirate Tuesday. Yeah, I put my pirate hat on today. This is actually the Jeepers Creepers hat I got from Trick or Treat Studios that didn't work out for me. And so I just turned it into a pirate hat. It's not going to be part of the costume though, because it wasn't going to work with what I had mask-wise. So I'm back here with the next part. I believe this is number 5. And I'm kind of doing this as I go. So I'm making things up as I go, trying things out. And that's pretty much the whole point. So my original, I guess, strategy was to watch YouTube and see if there's anybody had made anything like this. And I saw somebody, and they had got a piece of metal and they were bending it to make the hook, and they were using like a wine, some type of a wine glass, or not glass, but plastic cup, and they were putting their hand in there, and it just looked way too short. And I'm like, oh, we can do it out of PVC. Of course, it's probably going to cost a little bit more. But here it is so far. I like it so far. Really, really liking it. And I got all the plastic here and the bolts glued on. I tried to put underneath the strap some JB Weld. I think it's, yeah, this stuff right here. JB Weld. And then when I put these on, I used JB Weld Super Weld. And it sets up quick. It sets up really, really quick. So just use that, and then inside everything's nice and smooth. Now my original idea was to put a bolt, I said a bolt again, a nut over the inside to cover that piece that I screwed in, but you're not gonna be able to see it then. Maybe if you remember in the first video, there was some kind of rubber coating that was on this, and I had saved the bottom part, and I just put that right over the top of it. I didn't even need any glue. It's on there pretty tight, and it keeps my hand from getting scraped up by that bolt in there. So I don't know which video it was, but as I was doing a video, something fell, and I didn't even realize anything had fallen off of my shelf up here. And what it was, that was a couple days ago, and what it was, because I watched the video again, and I'm like, oh, something fell. What was that? And it's this drain snake. It's a long drain snake you put in the drain to pull out hair and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait a minute, I said I could probably use this for my project. So I guess the idea is just dropping off the shelf for me here. So what I'm thinking about, painting this silver and doing it like this here, and then putting it as a decorative piece on here. And if you look at it, let me put it around here. As you can see, that looks pretty cool to me. It looks really cool to me. So I'll figure a way to fasten that on there and stuff. Just make it a little decorative piece. And I'll try to make it so that I know where I want it to end. Maybe what side I want showing over here on this side. Since it looks like I'm going to wear it like this with the hook towards me. The strap here where it connects, just to kind of hide that, not that anybody's going to notice it, it's going to be towards me. Then I thought at the very end of this, I could cut this off, and not that it looks like it, but it kind of looks like a skull. I guess maybe I could put a nose hole in there. I wouldn't be able to make any teeth, I don't think, maybe towards the bottom maybe. But I could possibly heat this up and bend it to shape the curve of here and paint it up, and then maybe put jewels in the eyes if I could find something that fits in there. And these are just ideas. Like I said, it just fell off the shelf. I was going to put it back on the shelf, and I'm like, oh, that kind of looks cool. I'm going to maybe paint it up and put it along there. And there it is on there like that. And it could make it look like metal. I think it would work out pretty good. So that's my next idea. And to keep maybe that piece on, I have these little, they're called upholstery nails, and they come in different colors. And this one just happens to be like a copper color here. It's got a little bit of texture to it. And putting these in, of course, it's a nail. I'm gonna have to cut the ends off here so they fit, but it could look like a good decorative piece. I mean, I have a hole here, I can put it on there. I mean, it kind of could be a decorative piece of some kind. But that's what I have so far. I'm going to piece a couple videos together as I'm making this. I'm a little busy today, so what I want to do is go on here, make sure that I this is the side that I'm going to glue to the piece, only because it has the word patent pending on it. I don't want that showing, and that way I don't have to sand it off either. I might go and pound it out a little bit with the hammer to have that same type of texture hammered look, and we'll see how it goes. So I wanted to record this now just in case I start working on it and I didn't get a chance to show what it looked like beforehand. So there you have it, and stay tuned. I'm gonna try to add some more video to this. Hey everybody, SD Costume Guy, and this is still part 5, I believe. Just kind of slicing the videos together as I'm going. So far I've added these upholstery tacks or nails. You see them there. Oh, the pirate buttons came in, these little skull buttons. I didn't think about putting them up here. It's just that when they came in the mail and I saw what size they were, I'm like, oh, a little bit smaller than I thought they were going to be. And I'm like, oh, that'll go great up there. So I positioned them so they're all facing inwards, and I put 4 of them there. So yeah, basically so far I've just added these upholstery nails here. That's what it looks like so far. The other thing that I was working on, I was pounding out with the hammer, the plastic thing. It looks pretty good pounded out. The thing I'm trying to figure out is, one, it's going to be held to attach. Unless I can think of another way to attach it, because it's just so much to glue down and so thin, and it will wrap all the way around. I think it would look good painted and attached on here. I'm just trying to see. I can't see, but it's a little bit raised right there, so I probably have to get it in one spot. And there's a possibility that I guess I could go through and glue this down and then maybe put some of these on there too, but I don't know yet. But the end piece of the plastic had this on it, and I went ahead and painted it, but I felt like I could probably paint it like a gold color and just make another little decorative piece on there. So we'll see how it goes, but that's the update right now so far. The new buttons there on there and everything attached here. Hey everybody, SD Costume Guy here. Here's an update on the little pirate hook hand thing. I had, excuse me, I've got a pain in my neck right now. In probably earlier in this video, because I'm piecing it together, I had this drain cleaner piece of plastic, and I had cut a portion of it off, painted it, and just thought it would look okay on there, just as a decoration. So put that on there. I had some buttons come in. I just put this button on the side. I put 3 of them on the side. Since it only came with 3, I didn't have a 4th one, so putting this here kind of made this the centerpiece, I guess. And the other pieces are decorative, I guess. I installed the plastic bolts here on the bottom. I have some rust powder that I accidentally made when I was staining some boards. I mixed like water, vinegar, and steel wool together, and I was staining these boards to look like they were old. And I didn't know what to do with the water mixture afterwards, so I just left it in the bucket. Well, after a few weeks or more, it all dried up, except it left the rust powder behind from the steel wool, and I just use it as rust powder on some of my projects. So I had a little bit of a setback. When I installed these buttons, I tried to make the hole just enough to put this inside, and then that way it was tight in there, and so I can put some resin or that JB weld on it to hold it in place. So when I got it in, I hammered it, and when I hammered it, remember this piece was connected to this piece, it came apart. So a little setback, but since I kind of overlapped the edge with this, it kind of made a rim. So when I installed this back on and used some more of the JB weld, now not only am I trying to grip these 2 pieces together, now it's also glued to this plastic piece on here too. So hopefully it gives some additional hold into place. Yeah. So far this is what it looks like here. I don't know what else to do to it. I had another decorative piece I was going to add onto it, and it's on its way, but I have a feeling it might be too big to put on here now, so I might not install it on there. so far so good, clear coated, and pretty much done. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it done. If I happen to do any other videos, I'll add them to YouTube, but I'm liking it so far, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it done. If you have any questions, let me know.